Today we're going to be talking about the GHit kit from Seego. So the GHit kit, it's basically a newbie friendly device. Someone who's just getting into vaping, who's just getting off the cigarettes. When you take the lid off, first thing you're going to see is your personal vaporizer. Pow! There's the GHit. Your GHit instructions. You've got your USB charger. It also comes with a wall charger where you connect your USB to, and then you connect your personal vaporizer. We'll go over all that stuff in a minute. It also comes with this nifty bottle with a needle. And they also sent me two clearomizers, top coil maroon, and they sent me a bottom coil yellow. The GHit is a 3.7 volt device. It's not variable voltage, it's set, a 3.7 volt device. You click the fire button 5 times. As you can see, you get this little rainbow effect. Lighting that basically tells you, I'm on, I'm ready to be fired. Alright, so also what comes with this is a top coil clearomizer. It's a pretty slick setup right there. It's an ego threaded device. Your clearomizer that comes with it is ego threaded. Like I said, they sent me two clearomizers along with this, and I actually chose the maroon one, and I'll go over that in a second and go over why. I don't know if the two clearomizers come with the kit. I do not believe they do come with the kit, but I'm going to talk to you guys about why I chose the maroon one and not this one that came with it. It's got a different base pattern than the one that came with it. The one that came with it's more flush. It looks a lot better than this one. I do not prefer to vape on this device, and I'll go over why in a second. So we just turned it on. 5 clicks turns it on. As you can see, it's firing. Take a few hits. And I'll tell you what, this setup I have right now, if I were a newbie, I would be thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, this is a pretty cracking device for a newbie, for someone straight off the cigs. I mean, someone's just transitioning. If you're watching this, you haven't started vaping yet, you're a smoker, this device is a great starter device. Now, there's a few cons about this, but first I'm going to go over the pros. I love the design. It's slick, as you can see, GHit down here at the base. It says Seego GHit along the base of the clearomizer. I really like the touch where it's got the threaded cap that goes over the drip tip. It really finishes the product really well. The presentation of this product alone, the packaging is just exceptional. And if I were a newbie and I received this in the mail, or I went to a brick and mortar and a brick and mortar was carrying the GHit, before even vaping this thing, I would be impressed just because of the looks of it. It gets an A+ in my book as far as presentation. I filled this up right here, this clearomizer, and it's basically the exact same setup as this one. With this system, it's a top coil clearomizer, and it comes with silica, and it vapes good. For a newbie who's just starting out, you're going to get a great vape right out of the gate. I get a great hit. I have to take longer hits because it's not pushing as much power. The coil in here is not, it's not something that, like I'd rebuild, you know. But what's relevant is this. Do I think that this device will get people off of the cigarettes? Yes, and I think that, you know, that's the point I'm trying to make here is 2.5, 3 years ago when I started, this would definitely be for me. If this was out, I would be on it like white on rice. The vapor production for someone just getting off the cigs, they're going to be, you know, ecstatic in my opinion. Hell, when I got my first device, God, I can't even remember. It was one of those disposable atomizers with the cartridges. I mean, I was sucking juice in my mouth, and it's a wonder I stuck with it, to be honest with you. With something like this, you just fill it up, you give it a little tilt, you know, fire it a few times, the juice gets to the coils, you're vaping. Flavor's good. It's nothing top notch, but it's very good. And like I said, someone who's just getting off the cigarettes is not into all these, you know, frou-frou flavors and all these complex flavors. They want cigarette flavor. They want burnt, ashy flavor. I'm going to show you how to fill it up. I'm going to show you how to charge it. And then I'm going to go over some of the cons. Filling this bad boy up, you got your clearomizer. Okay? You take the cap off. Okay? Underneath that cap is a drip tip. Then what you do is you take the drip tip off, and you take it off by unscrewing it. And then there you have it. All you're going to do is you're going to put your juice in this bottle that the GHit comes with, and you are going to take the needle cap, and you're going to place the needle cap in between the airflow straw and the side, and all you're going to do is fill it up. As you can see, this tank holds up to 2.4 mils of e-liquid. Again, it's got Ego threads. You got a nice clicky button. Every time you fire it, that fire button lights up. Again, 5 clicks to turn it off. It blinks that rainbow light. 5 clicks to turn it back on. And you're firing. The fire button is a little rattly. You hear that? Once you fill her up, you put your drip tip back on just like that. Screw her in. Few cons. The clearomizer that came with the GHit, that looks uniform. It looks fantastic. The only problem with this is that you can't take this tank apart. Okay? And if I didn't mention it, this tank is made out of plastic. It's not glass. So that's another con right there. But you cannot take this tank apart. Okay? In here, that's where your coil head is. I can't ever get to it. If I wanted to rebuild it, take it apart, if I wanted to clean it, I can't do that. I do not understand why they didn't make this to where you could disassemble it. I really don't. With these other clearomizers they sent, you can take these apart. Here's the yellow bottom fed clearomizer they sent. It's kind of like a Kanger T3 mini Protank knockoff. Just like the other devices, you take the cap off, you got your drip tip, okay? And the good news is you can unscrew the base, and there's your coil head right there. Okay? You fill it upside down, just like you would a Protank, Kanger T3. Fill her back up, take a few primer puffs, and you're good to go. Now with this red one, as you can see, the coils are at the top. I'm not going to do this on camera because my coil, I've got juice in here and I don't want to leak everywhere. And when you unscrew the base and pull it out, the whole rod, coil, and everything come out since it's a top-fed clearomizer. I do not understand why they didn't have the same option as the top-fed clearomizer that came with the GHit. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Puts out great vapor for a 3.7 volt device and a stock head. I mean, it really does. They send you a USB, which you plug into your computer, and then what you do is you screw in your 3.7 volt device, then you plug it back into the computer, and then the fire button will stay lit up, okay, until it's fully charged. When it's charging, the red light will continuously fire, and once it's completely charged, it'll turn to green, and that's how you know it's completely charged. Now, if this battery were to go dead, completely dead, and I were to plug this into my computer, it takes me 2 hours to charge this device. Now, you can plug in the USB portion of this charger into the plug it into the wall, and that takes half the amount of time to charge this device. Again, great flavor. Great flavor. The beauty of these other clearomizers that I showed you, the red one and the yellow one, you can rebuild them. You can take them out, you can pull them apart just like you would a Protank, just like you would a Vivi Nova, and you can rebuild them. With the stock one, you can't. And that's what I don't like about it. You also can't clean it. With these other clearomizers, you can clean it. It just doesn't make any sense. Why do they do that? Seego, you got to fix that. This device, once fully charged, when I'm doing vaping on videos, you guys see me, I'm sitting here, you know, chain vaping, blowing clouds, all that stuff. But during the day, you know, I do not chain vape. I'm a moderate vapor, and what I mean by moderate is I can go an hour without a vape. You know, sometimes when I'm working or answering questions or I'm batching juice, sometimes I'll forget to vape, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll take a hit, and you know, I'm good to go. So vaping like that, that's how I vape. This device lasts me up to 8 hours. Okay, so it lasts a long time. I don't know where you can purchase the GHit kit. All I know is I received it from Linda. If you are interested in purchasing a G kit, feel free to send them an email. Like I said, I don't know of any other stores in the States or anywhere else that carries the G kit. So Seego is the best people to contact. This is RiP Trippers. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to comment below. And remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.